We're back once again with a Getting to Know You today with Keegan. How are you doing, Keegan?
I'm doing so well, Lee. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for agreeing to be on here. So for everyone watching, can you tell us where are we? What ship are we on?
So we are currently on the Firenze, which is very, very exciting. And we're currently in the restaurant Il Viaccio, which is our wonderful Italian restaurant on board.
It is. It's absolutely delicious. For anyone that hasn't been on our Italian style ships yet, definitely check it out. But this isn't about food. This isn't about ships or restaurants. It's about you.
It is indeed. Thank you.
So can you tell us, first of all, your journey to becoming a cruise director? How did you get here?
So, it's quite a journey.
Yeah.
It's been a really wonderful one. I began as Fun Squad, obviously back in 2022. First time ever stepping foot on the ship, I actually started on the Vista. And since then, I sort of got on board and I was like introduced to this whole new world, which is very, very exciting. And since then, I've sort of been actively working towards this. I sort of got on board and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I'd no sooner rather, got Fun Squad sort of down and got everything, into the rhythm of it. And I was sort of watching the leaders around me. I've worked with some incredible cruise directors and I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I could do that? But kind of secretly to myself. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
I wasn't like, I'm going to tell everyone. I was just kind of like, oh, that would be quite cool. Let's see. And then slowly but surely, I've been given some really great opportunities and I've just tried to grow as much as I possibly can.
Well, look at you. You've grown.
I've grown.
It's happened.
It happened.
So you started off on the Vista and then where did you go?
So from the Vista, so when I was on Vista, my first cruise director was Savannah, who's now in ED, which is very exciting. I'm very happy for her. And then I met Kendall Fire, and I sort of followed Kendall. Kendall and I connected really well. So I sort of followed her. Her next contract was Mardi Gras, so I sort of followed her to Mardi Gras, and we took on the XL class. And that was such a fruitful opportunity for me, because I obviously got to learn that class, which was amazing. We had an incredible time on the Mardi Gras. I met my partner on the Mardi Gras, and I also was given the opportunity to then cover as cruise director during the CD conference on the Mardi Gras. So it's a very, poignant moment for me. And then from there, I've pretty much just jumped around. It's been Celebration, where I just missed you.
Yeah, by like days.
Literally by days. I signed off, you signed on that day. And then Jubilee Inaugural. And then since then, I've been given opportunities to hop onto different ships as an acting cruise director. And now fully promoted.
I was going to say, you're not acting anymore. You got promoted recently while you were on the Magic.
While I was on the Magic, yeah.
You were on the Magic, now you're here on Firenze.
Now I'm here on Firenze, it's amazing.
Oh my word. So you've been on Firenze now, this is your second cruise in the seat.
In the seat.
What has been your favorite part of this ship so far?
My favorite part of this ship, it's a tough one because there's a lot I really love about it. You know what feels like a really wonderful full circle moment? Is that it's this same class as Vista. So it's very, it's quite a wonderful opportunity for me to step into this, on this class, being that this was the first sort of ship I stepped onto. But Firenze is just beautiful. She's so different, she's modern, she's new. Every restaurant that you go to is so beautiful, every venue. Mode Lounge at the back of the ship is I don't know, I feel like I come from Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah. And we have a lot of beautiful places there, like restaurants and bars. And I feel like when I walk in there, I feel like I'm in Cape Town, which is really exciting. So the guests have been amazing. There's a lot of new cruises, so there's a lot of people that are up for fun. We have that beautiful grand, atrium with, I call him Aslan, from the Chronicles of Narnia. He's a lion out there, so he sort of looks after us. I kind of saw him as like a great, quite a nice omen. So I'm feeling very, even though I'm, still new, very settled here already, very excited. There's a really great energy on the ship, and my team is incredible. All of the management and the senior officers on board also have been so welcoming and so wonderful. So it's feeling like home in I don't know if it's too early to say that, but it's feeling like that. It's very exciting.
I love that. And the ship does have a very warm and welcoming vibe from the captain, the current hotel director, right through. But now, this interview is about getting to know you. You mentioned you're from South Africa.
I am, yes.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
And how old are you?
I'm 33.
33.
33.
When are you
acting
34?
like I'm 34 in December. So
Okay.
turning 34. I only get to be the age I am for a short while, and then I'm turning the next age. Do you know what I mean?
It's how age works.
It is, yeah. But I'm very excited. I still act like I'm 22 sometimes. Sometimes I still
Yeah.
think I'm 22.
Good on you. You should.
Yeah.
You should. What do you like to do outside of work? Do you have any hobbies or interests?
Outside of work, when I'm back home and vacation and things like that, I will say a lot of that time is spent catching up with our family. I couldn't say I have I'm very active, so I go to gym and things like that. But for the most part, I just love to get back to seeing my people, reconnecting with them. It's a very interesting life we live,
It is.
You sort of almost feel like, in a great way, you live two lives, if that makes sense. When you're home, you're back with your people. You get to be that version of yourself. And then when you're at work here, you're the extroverted version of yourself. And I think that's also something I really love about the job, is it gives me such a great, I want to say, outlet for that side of me. And then when I go home, I can just be Keegs.
I relate.
Do you know
to
what I
that.
mean?
I relate to that so heavily. Now, when you step into your alter ego world of Keegan, the cruise director,
Yeah.
right? You throw some great parties. I've enjoyed watching you.
Thank you.
Throughout the last couple of cruises. But for you personally, do you have like a hype song, or what's your playlist that like builds you up to get you ready for that party atmosphere?
Absolutely. It's actually so great that you said that, because I was thinking about that the other day. Lately, I've been very much into Chapel Roan. I know she's the, the hype of it. But it's been my magic pretty much that entire contract, the hype songs into 80s specifically, because 80s, it just demands so much energy and you just love it, right? I really want to get out there, and I kind of treat it like it's my own Coachella, and just like, let's go, let's see what we get. So I do a lot of like Hot to Go, which I've now introduced into White Night, which I absolutely love. It's my favorite moment. One of my best hype songs is actually my entrance song into Welcome Aboard Show, and that's Raise Your Glass by Pink.
Yeah.
Always been like a good, strong anthem for me. So those are the sort of songs that I listen to really get me in that mood and get me in that vibe before.
Love
Dancing even before, I'm like, and things like that, just to like sort of make me feel, get me in that like silly, fun mood.
Yeah, and you do it so well. And
Thank you.
For anyone that hasn't cruised with Keegan, you've got such a sincerity.
Thank you.
And such a kindness. I really feel like you could say anything. You could look at me and be like, Lee, I hate you. And I'd be like, oh, thank you, Keegan. Thank you.
Thank you for saying it so nicely, being so
Yeah.
gentle about it.
No, you're a lovely, lovely human, and it just oozes out of every single pore, whatever you're doing. So talking about events that you do on board, what's your favorite activity or event to host as cruise director?
So I'm torn between two.
Give me two. What are your two?
Maybe three.
What are your three?
Okay, my three are definitely, when I'm on a class that is a little bit longer, the voyages,
Yeah.
definitely Family Feud. Love, just something about it. In a game show host, I can be like, love that. Love 80s rock and glow. I really, really, really do, because I just, I get to be that side of me and that silliness and, long hair, tight shorts, silly.
You love that hair.
I really love that hair. If you ever come to my party, it's all I do is this, I just really love it. Anyway, and then I love Love and Marriage as well. And I'll tell you, I'm sure it's true for a lot of cruise directors, but I think it's really fun. I thank you for all of the things you said, sincerity, and I love that. But I also have this like very naughty side of me.
You do.
And I love a little bit, just a like mild roast, if you're in my life and I love you, or I care about you, there's a lot of roasting and banter that's going on. So I love to be able to sort of toe that line with the guests, and I think that's nice to appeal to a different side of your guests on board as well as yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to play with that, like, toe that line. Always keeping it respectful, always, aware of the platform and, the stage that you're on. But I just like to have fun with them, and I like it when they can let loose and they're just like, they say the thing that we're all thinking.
I wrote it in my notes. I wrote it in my notes about this ship visit, actually, that you are appropriately inappropriate when the time calls for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to get that down.
You're cheeky. You're cheeky, but you're family friendly. You're like that boy next door with a personality. It's
really
great.
is.
No, it's great.
I say it. In one of my parties. I'm like, I used to be a choir boy.
There we go. Now, before we wrap this interview up, because we are fast running out of time. This is currently sitting at a 9-minute, 5-minute interview.
Wow.
It's what happens when friends get chatting.
Thank you.
Keegan, is there anything that you'd like to say to the people of the internet that maybe didn't know you before they clicked on this video, or people that are going to come and sail with you? What's your message for the people?
I would like to say, can I look at the camera?
Yeah,
I would like to say, I am a big ball of energy. I'm silly, I'm fun, and I'm just so lucky. I'm so lucky that I get to do this and be a part of, your experience on board. So come chat to me. Let's, we're people at the end of the day, so I really want to get to know you, and let's be silly. Let's, let that side of us out. That's my biggest thing, yeah.
Keegan, I love it. Friends, if you have got a cruise coming up with Keegan on the Firenze or wherever it may be whenever you're watching this video, you are in for an absolute treat. Keegan, thank you for everything you do.
Pete, thank you. I appreciate that.
There we go.